Welcome to the WLAQ Community Spotlight, where we highlight the wonderful organizations and people that make the Rome community a great place to call home. Here's today's host.
I'm Elizabeth Davis, and I welcome you to the inaugural edition of the WLAQ Community Spotlight. And today, we're joined by Caroline Groce, who is the Prevention and Outreach Coordinator for Hospitality House for Women Incorporated. And we're here to talk about Domestic Violence Awareness Month, which is observed every October. Caroline, thanks for coming in today, and thanks for joining us for this show.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, certainly glad to have you here. And we'll talk more about the particulars about domestic violence awareness and what you want folks to know. But first, let's talk about an upcoming event. We certainly hope the weather does not have an ill impact on this, but coming up on Friday, October 20th, it will be time for the 16th annual Walk a Mile in Her Shoes.
Yes, that's right. So that is this Friday that we'll all be getting together at the Rotary Plaza, which is in between the Forum River Center and the Judicial buildings downtown behind Broad Street. And we're super excited. We'll be gathering at 11 a.m. to register, and 11:30 a.m. is when the contests begin. So make sure you're there to watch the contests and enjoy that time. And then at 12 is when we'll be walking down Broad Street.
Awesome. And anybody can participate.
That's right. This is a free community event, and we have about 400 t-shirts and goodie bags to give away to those first come, first serve. And so we're just excited to invite the community to walk with us as we raise awareness and support for victims of domestic violence and their families.
Awesome. And I want to talk about a specific component of Walk a Mile. That is the Grand Marshal Challenge.
Yes.
I think we've got a picture of this year's challengers for the Grand Marshal Challenge. But I got to ask, first of all, who is the current front runner? And who also participating?
Yes. So right now, Brandon Pledger, who is the owner of Alibi Prohibition and Combat Market on Broad Street, he is in the lead. I believe just by a couple $100, though Dr. Todd Kelly is following him closely behind. So the race is still on for the Grand Marshal Challenge. And if you don't know about the Grand Marshal Challenge, we invite 5 Rome community members to raise awareness and support through fundraising specifically. So our Grand Marshal Challengers over the past couple of months have already raised Hospitality House $20,000 in sponsorships and individual donations. And we're still 5 days out. So we're excited to see how much money they raise and the support that they bring for Hospitality House and for domestic violence survivors across Georgia.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, those of the folks viewing right now can vote for their favorite competitors in the Grand Marshal Challenge. How can folks vote, and how will the proceeds be used?
Absolutely. So if you go to givebutter.com/walkamileinhershoes 2023, you can also find that link on Hospitality House's website. You can go and donate to the team of your favorite Grand Marshal challenger, and that will help support them to win. So the challenger who raised the most money will be the winner of the challenge and get to lead the walk down Broad Street.
Yeah. And are they going to be doing so via the Roman chariot again this year?
Yes, they are. So we'll have the Roman chariot all nicely decorated for the winner, and they'll lead the walk.
Yeah, awesome. Any characters visiting again this year at the Walk a Mile?
Yes, we'll have some different mascots. Off the top of my head, I know that Sweet Frogs will be coming, and Cox Orthodontics is bringing out some of their mascots. And I know we'll also have others in attendance. So it'll be a fun surprise to see Cox Orthodontics, who's one of our sponsors this year. And so we're excited to have, I believe they have a smiling face that'll be coming.
Oh, okay.
But we're excited to just invite the community together. The Barry Vikings drum line will also be there. So it's going to be a great community event. So take your lunch break, come on out and join us, get a free t-shirt, get some goodies in your goodie bag, and come walk with us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got to address the elephant in the room because we've been keeping an eye on the weather forecast.
Right.
We hope that it will change between now and Friday, but as of this afternoon, 80% chance of rain.
Right.
So is there a plan regarding
Definitely.
weather?
So as long as there's no severe weather, the walk is still on for this Friday. Now, if there's torrential downpour, thunder, or lightning, we will be rescheduling the walk to next Friday, the 27th. So just keep your eyes on social media. If you're a part of our newsletter, you can be on the lookout from an email from me. But we're really hoping that the walk will stay on this year. Even if it's rainy, we'd love to invite you out. You can wear your rain boots, walk in rain boots, and just come support us. So we're really excited, and we hope to have a lot of attendees this year.
Yeah. And I know one of the main reasons to have this event is to raise awareness during
Right.
Domestic Violence Awareness Month. You had another awareness event earlier this month. Let's talk about 1 in 3, It Could Be Me, that was on October 3rd.
Yes, that was a really exciting event for us. It was our first year of inviting the community to just raise awareness with us. And so we asked a whole bunch of businesses and nonprofits here in Rome and individuals to be a part of that campaign. We had a button that said 1 in 3, It Could Be Me. And the whole purpose is to help the community understand that 1 in 3 women are victims of intimate partner violence in their lifetime, and 1 in 9 men. And then it takes often 7 cycles of abuse for someone to even realize that they need to get out of their unhealthy or violent relationship and seek help. And so we were just spreading the word with those statistics, helping people better understand why domestic violence awareness matters. Because the truth is that 3 out of 4 Americans know a victim of domestic violence. And so it's closer to you than you may realize. So to understand the signs, to be aware that it's a more prominent issue than many of us realize, I think is really important.
Yeah. What are some other statistics that you can share with us regarding domestic violence?
Well, those are some of the main statistics we like to focus on. But I will say it's really important that when you're talking to a domestic violence victim or someone who you may think is in an unhealthy relationship, that you don't ask the question, why don't you just leave? That's a really easy question to ask, right? When you're talking to someone and you're watching these hard things happen to them, they're in an unhealthy relationship. But instead of asking that question or being blatantly angry with them for being a part of that relationship, we like to encourage people to be emotionally supportive, to just be a trustworthy person for that individual to come to if they do need help, and also to be aware of the resources that are available. Instead of asking, why don't you leave? You can just be a great advocate for them if they ever reach out to you and say, hey, I do need help. What do you know about help in the Rome community? And so Hospitality House is that resource.
I was going to say, yeah, help is available. So let's tell folks how they can get help if they need it.
Definitely. So if you or someone you know needs help, you can call our hotline, which is 706-235-4673, HOPE, and you will be directed to an advocate who we have advocates on staff 24/7 to answer our hotline, and they can help you safety plan. They can help you with financial assistance, refer you to our counselor, and they can also talk to you about coming into shelter if that's the best option for you. We do like to make people aware, though, we're not just a shelter. We're an outreach and advocacy center. And so if someone needs legal help or financial assistance, counseling, a voucher to go shop at our thrift store, we're able to help with all of those resources, and those are available to community members who are victims of domestic violence. So
yeah, awesome. Any other thoughts you'd like to share?
I always like to tell people about our thrift store. So if you haven't shopped or donated at our thrift store before, it's located on 610 Shorter Avenue, open Tuesday through Saturday. And we love to have people stop by our thrift store. It is a great place to find clothes, houseware, really anything you may need. And if you're interested in donating items to our thrift store, we take clothes, houseware, furniture, all those sorts of things, as long as you drop them by our thrift store Tuesday through Saturday, 10:30 to 4:30. And then if you're interested in donating to our shelter specifically, we always need sheets and towels, pillows, Tide Pods, or other detergent pods. And all of those are helpful to our guests who are in-house, because oftentimes they take bedding or towels with them when they leave. And so those help them get off on the right foot as they head out. So all of those are also great ways that you you can help us and donate, and you can drop those donations off as well at our thrift store, and just let the staff at the thrift store know that those are specifically for the shelter, and we'll make sure they get over to us.
Yeah. And I just want to add something with regard to the thrift store, because many of you well aware the holiday season will be here before you know it. And every time I turn around, y'all got some great stuff in there for Christmas. So.
Right. And we have Halloween costumes. So Halloween and Christmas are coming up. Get your costumes, get your decor. We've got you. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Been a pleasure to have you here today on the inaugural edition of Community Spotlight, WLAQ Community Spotlight, here on YouTube, WLAQ Rome Facebook page. Caroline Groce, my guest today. She is the Prevention and Outreach Coordinator for Hospitality House for Women Incorporated. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we hope you'll join us this Friday for the annual Walk a Mile in Her Shoes in downtown Rome. That's it for this week's edition for today's edition of the WLAQ Community Spotlight. I'm Elizabeth Davis. Y'all have a great day.
This has been the WLAQ Community Spotlight. We thank you for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to the WLAQ Radio YouTube channel and follow WLAQ Rome on Facebook.